2016 A6 in here. Everything on this car is bone stock, and I'm gonna go ahead and slap a eBay turbo kit on it. It's definitely safe to say that Wago has been through a lot these last few years. For those of you that don't know, Wago is the longest running build series on this channel. If you go back to the very first video on Boosted Boys, it's filmed upright on my cell phone, and it's me fixing the distributor on this thing. I originally bought Wago to be my daily driver while I worked on my red Civic that was turning into a race car that I could no longer drive to work. The channel got started with me and my buddy Charlie working on both of our wagons together. I turboed this thing, I blew up countless D-series, and we eventually K-swapped Wago. I wrecked Wago, James blew up Wago. It's probably been through 5-6 motors in total. It's just been through a ton, it's been wrecked, but over the years it has slowly evolved into just an awesome car, and we got it painted. We've been giving it the love and attention it deserves, and today it kind of all came together, which is really cool to see, and I'm just happy to have Wago up and ripping, freshly painted, and I can officially say that it is finally a 10-second car, and it is now just as fast as my hatch was back in the day when Wago was supposed to just be the daily. So pretty cool, but quick little history lesson on Wago there. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, time to see what Wago can do today. This is the most power Wago has ever made. We got her back on the slicks. As you guys know, we ran this thing at Sick Week, and our best pass was like an 11.4, I believe, and that's in the realm of the fastest Wago has ever been. Today, we're hoping we can get that 10-second pass that I know this thing can do. And yeah, we're just here on a test and tune. It's a little hot out, so the track prep might not be in the best shape right now, but we're all-wheel drive. That shouldn't matter too much, and it's not making enough power to be too big of a deal. Keep in mind that Wago still is on a stock viscous coupler. This is the OEM viscous coupler that came with this Civic wagon from factory. That's the piece that they have in the center of the drive shaft there to allow the rear to have some slip from the front. So it has like 200,000 miles on it. The all-wheel drive system isn't the greatest on Wago, and something I was hesitant about doing on Sick Week was launching the car really hard because I didn't want to break anything in the drivetrain because it is all stock still, and we had to keep the car good for the drive. But we're here with the trailer, so I'm going to start soft and progressively launch this car harder and harder. Hopefully the viscous coupler locks up enough for us, because if we do end up breaking an axle, it's not too big of a deal. But obviously I want to do it in steps and not go full send right away and snap something first rip. We also don't have a rev limiter set up or any sort of launch control, so we're just gonna do a rev launch, kind of go easy on it and go from there. But she should have plenty of power to a mile an hour out the back and hopefully pop off that 10-second pass. We got one more thing we got to do real quick though. We got to take the air filter off, because you guys saw it's good for 15 horsepower. This might be the difference between the 11.000 and the 10.999 right here. So get that guy off. It's still on the same tune from the dyno, so it's still on the soft side. We have a couple more pounds of boost we could throw back at it if we really need to. We're here on a pretty slow day. There's not many people out, so we'll probably get a whole bunch of runs in. And I think as long as nothing happens to Wago here, we're gonna knock out that 10, no problem. Maybe even this first rip. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm just gonna let her go.
All right guys, Kyle's coming up for his first pass of the night. I don't think it's gonna be a 10.0 right off the rip. I think it's gonna probably be like an 11.30.
This thing just has so much power now that we should pop off a 10 pretty easily, but this might, if this first one goes good, it still might be like a mid to low 11, so we'll see.
Hopefully you can get this launch down, doesn't break something right off the hit.
All right, Wago, let's see that 10. This should be a walk in the park.
A 1084 right off the rip. Dude lost his for sale sign. Freaking guy. I swear, that was gold.
Let's go, Wago! I don't know what it was doing on the line there. It has like a weird spot, and it was either super rich or lean. I wasn't paying attention. I had to kind of push past it. That was not a launch control or anything. That was weird. But once it got past it, it took off great. That was a very soft launch. She felt nice and strong out the back. Not sure if that was enough for a 10, but that was at least a bottom 11. We'll have to take a look at the log and see what it was doing down low there. From like 2,500 to 4,500, it was just breaking up, being weird. But once I gave it some more, she went. That's a part in the tune that we did not work on. Thank you. Too easy, boys. First rip in Wago. First rip off the trailer. 10.8, 133. That's it. This video isn't even that exciting. Just like nothing, dude. Wago's ripping now. Only a 1.7, 860 foot. Shoo! There it is, boys. We just needed one more on sick week. I knew it was going to do it. But we're out here backing it up in good old Wago. That's freaking awesome, boys. I'm like not even excited. I knew it was going to do it like nothing. But, oh yeah, Wago's come so far. We'll take a look at the log, see what that little hiccup was down low, see if we can clean that up. I'll go out there again and freaking give her some beans on this next launch.
All right, guys, had to pick up his signage off of the racetrack, but it did it. It went at 1088.
Did it like nothing. I heard we lost some stuff.
Yeah, you left your for sale ads on the track.
Whoops, I guess the hatch was not latched.
That was funny.
I still have the original for sale signs from when I got it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bought this thing in a YMCA parking lot. She's come so far.
Now here running 10s.
Yeah, so we got to look at that that spot. That wasn't
weird.
me.
Yeah.
I was about to back up, and then it pushed past. I'm like,
yeah,
this is a little higher than I want to launch on the first one. And then I just clutched it really soft and came out fine.
Looked decent. I mean,
so
1088.
Yeah, check that log, and I'll definitely give her some more on the next launch.
Yeah, definitely.
That was almost a 1.860 foot, and this car should easily 1.6, even with the bad even with the bad viscous.
Right. Yeah, it's awesome. We'll look it over.
I think she has a 1050 in it, honestly.
Again. Yeah.
It was so smooth.
Yeah, we'll see how it looks.
Oh yeah.
Figure out that fuel thing.
There's still just a slight hiccup there. It'd be nice if it had a launch control.
Yeah, it would. So 4,600. I mean, the whole map's really smooth right there, so it shouldn't be making any weird jump. Oh, you know what that probably is? That's bouncing VTEC right there.
Oh, yeah. Right on that weird crossover spot.
Yeah. So that's why it's doing that. It's probably clicking VTEC on and off.
Yeah, so I probably just got to make sure it's clicked over VTEC and hold it over, and it'll be fine.
We can either turn VTEC down or up and just kind of get it out of that spot. To test it, I'm gonna change that real quick, and then we'll see if it moves.
Well, guys, before we make another pass, we found out that we are at the limits of the fuel system, which is something I was surprised about on the dyno, because when me and Emilio were on sick week, I made like 22 pounds of boost on the street, and the duty cycle was almost 100%, but on the dyno it made 28 pounds of boost with room to go. But that pass right there was on 27 pounds of boost, and it's showing we were at 115% duty cycle. Yeah. Where's she at right here?
This line right here.
That is
115.
A lot.
Way too much.
Way too much. You really don't even want to be pushing much over 90. Most people try to keep it like 80 and below to stay on the safe side. So we're up there, and the correction was at 30%, and it saved us because it was maxed on fuel. Luckily, the air fuel didn't run away, so the fuel was there and everything was safe. But unfortunately, it
was almost there.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't.
Pressure was coming down. O2 correction was.
It
up.
wasn't. The engine itself never saw the danger zone yet.
Right.
So, unfortunately, that's just a little too close to the line, and we had to pull some duty out of it up top. And we're gonna go again regardless. I want to try to get the launch better and see what it does with a good launch, but it might not mile an hour out the back as good. So we might not be able to run a faster time today just because we want to play it safe and not blow this thing up, because it is running so good, and that's the last thing we need to do to it. At least we got that first 10 out of the way, and everything did what it needed to. The fuel tech corrected and saved us there. So we'll tame her down a little bit, try it again, and see if we can't get a good launch. And we got the RPM issue fixed as well. It was just a VTEC crossover thing, so that should be good. We should be able to rev launch it a little better this time and see what she does.
All right, guys, second pass of the night. Car is turned down just a little bit so we can save that fuel system. Let's see what it'll do.
Round 2, guys. Gonna give her a spicy launch here, and hopefully that viscous coupler works decent for us. If it sounds like it's spinning, then we know the viscous isn't doing great and it's mostly front wheel drive. So we'll see if I can get a good launch here only on the rev limiter. See if we can make up for that lost boost up top for turning it down.
Spicy launch. 1070 at 131. Hell yeah. 1070 at 131. Hell yeah.
Up to like almost 8,000 RPM and I just let her go. I don't think any axles broke. Everything's running great. Dude, Wago's ripping, boys. That still felt pretty fast even though we had to turn it down some. The air fuels look great, so everything's safe, good to go. Ooh, there we go, boys. What'd I say? It barely freaking did it. We did a 1699. Barely. 1070 at 131. Hell yeah. With it turned down a couple miles an hour down in the top, but 6.9 to the 60 foot. And I still think I let it creep just a little bit because it's hard just to balance the throttle and the clutch without having that two-step ready to go. But not too bad, boys. 1070, back-to-back 10s in Wago. It is confirmed she is a 10-second ripper now. We can go home happy with that. I don't even know if we should do any more, honestly, because we might be able to get a 1060 out of it. And like I said, my Ricer math probably could do a 10.5 in perfect conditions. But, I mean, that's as good as it's going to get. So it turns out we lost the inner lining on the wheel well here, the OEM plastic. It must have grabbed and just ripped it out because we also popped the front of the bumper off right here. And you can see the tires rubbed on the very inside of the bumper. So we didn't need that anyways. Luckily it didn't tear anything up, and we just had a zip tie holding this corner up, so not a big deal. Get that zip tie back up and we're good to go. What's the verdict here? That was still a pretty fast trap.
That was really good.
We did not expect it to go that fast.
Perfect. So that was 23 pounds of boost.
23 pounds?
23 pounds, and we're down to 76%, 77% duty cycle.
Oh, that's crazy.
So she's running great right there. So
that's perfect.
I think we'll leave it. If you can get a little bit better launch, I think we maybe drop the tire pressure. Just spun on the lead.
Yeah. Freaking ricers.
Anyways, yeah, log looks really great. Honestly, I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna make any changes.
Did it look like it spun all four, or do you think it was a front wheel drive thing?
Front wheel drive right now.
Yeah, that viscous coupler's
they could use some
worn out.
Yeah.
If we rebuilt the viscous in this thing, it would definitely really hook up. But 1.6 is pretty good, and that's in a full interior Wago, so not bad.
Yeah. That's really good. I'm happy with it.
All right, I'll try it one more time. Try to not let it roll out at all. See if we can get a deeper 1.6 and
no roll out.
Maybe a 1060 is doable.
Yeah, lower tire pressure. See if we can keep it from spinning.
All right,
Pretty
third
solid.
time's the charm.
See what it does.
See if we can get 3 10s in a row and hit third gear 3 times in a row. Oh no, you're not allowed.
I heard this Honda and
Dude, you gotta stay back 100 feet. She's running too good.
don't get this close. Just stay this far away.
Wago and me have a restraining order against you.
I haven't seen it since it's been painted. Dude, it's like a brand new car.
I know, it's been a while,
I
huh?
almost didn't even recognize it when I pulled up.
Shining now.
She is shining. Looks good.
Hey, well.
Went a 10 too.
She did go her 10, so
Did you turn it up?
we actually had to tame it a little bit because it was like 110% duty cycle.
So you need more injectors.
So yeah, a little bit. I did say I'd let James drive it if we did the 10, but maybe another day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna break it today.
I'm feeling too
You
good
just
today.
got it back together.
We just got it back together.
The second outing is when I
Yeah,
get the drive.
we'll be back with it. We'll let you rip it.
You gonna make some more passes?
Yeah, we're gonna do one more. Try to launch it good, and
Alright.
we
It's
get to
gonna
witness
go
it.
1062 on this next one.
Okay, go for it.
If you launch it better, because that's where
I'm
it's
gonna give her
at.
some sauce.
Okay. All right, 1062.
All right,
my guess.
We'll do it. All right, guys, gonna make our third and probably final pass of the night. Gonna try to get a good launch on this. See if we can better that 169. See if we can get maybe a 1060 out of this thing. Call it a night. But now that James is here, dude, I don't know. It might just blow up. So hopefully all goes good here. Get a good launch and run a PB, and we can go home happy with a running Wago.
All right, guys, third pass. We also lowered the front tires down to 9 PSI instead of 12. So this might be the axle snapper launch right here, but we're gonna send it.
All right, guys, Kyle's going up. James is here, so it's probably gonna break on this hit.
Better not break my car, dude.
Dude, you're here, it's gonna break. Or 132.
You know what I guess it'd go?
Huh.
1062.
Hey, not bad, dude. Not
I
bad.
was this close.
And it didn't even break.
Let's freaking go, boys. That might have been our 1062, just like James said. Ooh, 1064. 166 60 foot at 132. Let's freaking go, boys. Solid night in Wago. 3 10-second passes in a row. Each one getting better. Damn, James wasn't too far off. He called a 1062. We went a 1064. That's freaking awesome. It's weird that it ran out of fuel on that first pass because it's trapping pretty much the same mile an hour, but we're down like 5 PSI of boost. It must just be more efficient making the power there because it was only 76% I think duty cycle on that last one, where that first rip was 115% with only a couple mile an hour difference. So that is pretty weird that it's doing that, but the last log showed we were super safe, and I was watching the AFRs, making sure everything was good. Looked great. So 1064, boys. Hell yeah.
Dude, 200's off.
I was close. Look at that. 64 with a 0. With a 0. I was so
You're
close.
right there.
Right there. So that's proud to be. That's a fast street car right there.
I'm proud of that.
That's sick.
Keeping that away from you though.
Yeah, next time.
Next time. That's the final test of this motor.
Yeah.
If it handles James, and then it's good.
Yeah. That's the that'll get the certified sticker.
We'll bring it back and I'll let you make a pass in it.
Oh, I'm excited. It looks so fun. It looks really good too.
Yeah, it's smooth. It does it so easy now.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Cool, cool. Well, successful night.
Yep, not bad.
Load it up, go home.
Hey, you're putting it in the trailer? You're gonna drive it in the trailer with nothing wrong?
Yeah.
Dude.
Drive it out of the trailer right into its spot. Put
Until
the street
next
tires
time,
back
dude,
on.
Get the check mark of approval.
Yes, sir.